Alright, I forgot I was on mute. Alright, hey people, welcome back to my stream. Alright. I changed back the color filter. Should look much more vivid, and yeah, let's get started. I said I was supposed to come back at around 7 or 6. It's now 10:30. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna stream until like 12:30. I'm gonna get some sleep. I realize my circadian rhythm is like gonna wake me up at 7 no matter what, so it's more of a question of what time I go to sleep. So I can't do anything about that. Anyway, let's get started. Matsusugu was like his father. In other words, he gets carried away easily and tends to show off just like him. During town sports events, karaoke competitions and such, he was always the center of attention, regardless of the results. There wasn't anything nostalgic there though, apart from Mabu's dad. The taste was completely different. Before, it was plain shoyu ramen, but now, it had become pork belly and seafood double soup. What the fuck is seafood double soup? What the fuck is it? What does that even mean, man? So they're doing much more popular insta-worthy ramen. I have no idea what the fuck those are, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited to get some ramen tomorrow. Anyway. Yeah, I guess. 5 years was a lot of time. But some things haven't changed. Matsusuga's dad was the same as always. The same goes for Ageha, Hotaru, and Anchan. The things that I wanted to say the same, the most, were all still here. Jesus, let me change my angle. Anchan made us wait at the bench by the side of the passage and went to buy some juice. Hotaru accompanied him. Ageha and I sat down on the bench. What is it? Oh, that kind of makes you think why Hotaru just decided to leave. Just giving them some time alone, I guess. I replied vaguely. There is one I thought would be fine. It's still just a candidate. I don't even know if it's a proper club or not. You're in the robotics club, right? Oh man, someone's getting ready for robotics notes. Holy shit. If I remember right, you're entering contest. Do they fight? When I thought of robots, I imagined them firing missiles and flying through the air. It's because they don't have a Mr. Pelides. Anyway. They also survived the Boston Dynamics course, you know? The testing course for Boston Dynamics. What kind of fighting is that? Well, no. Even if you say you're building robots, I don't really get it. Man, that sucks. Holy shit. Why don't you do it yourself? The fuck? Ageha's not like that? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Wasn't Ageha like... I don't know, man. If I had to say, Ageha liked to do things at her own... Oh, there you go. And she wanted to do things at her own pace. That means MC is supposed to be like very kind of pushy and that sort of thing.
昔はもっと熱心だったらしいんだけどね。一度全国大会で準優勝したこともあるんだよ。
Whoa, that's amazing.
その時のロボットを作ったのが、ほら、この間見かけた人覚えてる？超留年生の望月天音さん。
Yeah, I remember her.
それはやっぱ美人さんだから？
Nah, that's not it. Well, it could be one of the reasons. Unconvinced, Ageha continued her story.
天音先輩がまだ1年の時にほとんど自分一人で作ったロボットでいきなり準優勝しちゃったの。決勝戦で負けたんだけど、コントローラーのボタンを押し間違えるというボンミスが敗因だったらしいよ。
There are no what ifs in the match, but the national championship slipped through her fingers. She was in her first year? What was that?
そう、別格なのよ、あの人は。
What was that, man? It would be funny if An Chan was actually in the same year as her. So An Chan would be like, "Oh yeah, I know her."
どうしたの、あんちゃん。
Before we knew it, An Chan and Hotaru were back and watching us from a distance. I knew it. They were giving them space, you know.
サイダーとオレンジどっちにする？
I'll have the orange juice then. I took the can of juice and pulled the tab open.
いただきまーす。
An-chan was quietly watching us enjoy drinking our juice. What's the matter?
いや、なんか昔に戻ったみたいだなって。
Damn. Anaki's so nostalgic. Holy shit.
お前たち二人が揃ってるとさ。
Ageha and I exchanged glances as we swallowed our juice. This guy's setting them up. Man. We both realized we were embarrassed, then laughed.
一人足りないけど、こういう時にいないのが麻婆らしいわね。
He's always been like that.
みんなでやったいたずらがバレても、一人だけ逃げたりね。でも、あの後謝りながら泣いてたし。ほんと、手のかかるやつだったわよね。
Ageha sighed as she said that, and Hotaru and I laughed.
そんな麻婆にも今や彼女ができた。お前たちも頑張らないとな。
An-chan's tease made the rest of us blush.
私はいいの。葵は知らないけど。そうなの？
I just got back here, haven't I?
女子寮の寮母さんやって、そこのとびっきり可愛い子ともう仲良くなっちゃってるくせに。
Hey, don't say weird stuff.
ああ、あの子か。確かに可愛い子だったな。
Even you, An-chan. Oh no. What did they mean by this? Why is Hotaru acting like this? Hotaru gave me a rather scary look. Oh no, she's losing. Oh, Hotaru also likes MC. Oh shit. Hotaru, it's not like that. I'm just working as a dorm mother.
青兄ならかっこいいからすぐ彼女できちゃうよ。
Did she just self-cuck herself there right now? I was just watching what was that? The seasonal about heroines that lose. And the last scene was literally said NTR. Is she doing that to herself right now? What the fuck? I said, it's not like that. Ah, jeez. My throat got dry. I drank down the rest of the juice in one gulp. Ageha grinned as she looked at me while Hotaru seemed worried.
それじゃ俺はそろそろ行くよ。
もう帰っちゃうの？
悪いな。夕方から急ぎの仕事があるんだ。
Thanks for inviting me out today, An-chan.
いいって。俺も楽しかったから。おっとそうだ。忘れるところだった。
An-chan came back and took some small parts from his pocket.
ほら、頼まれてたやつ。
Those were the parts that Amane-senpai had requested.
そんなものを何に使うんだ？
Their parts were a glider.
グライダー？
I was told it's a meteor of sorts. A senpai at school asked me for them. Suddenly, Agya spoke in a loud voice.
それ天音先輩のことでしょ。だってグライダーって言ったらあの人しかいないもん。
Yeah, that's right.
どういうこと？いつの間に知り合いになったの？
Just recently. It would be a long story, so I tried to dodge the question. It would also contain some things I'd rather not talk about.
ねえ、あーちゃん、その人そう、あの美人の。
The Himegi sisters gave me suspicious glares once again. Can you guys get out my case? Oh my god, man.
いいホタル。葵はね、この町を離れてる間にちょっとエッチになっちゃったのよ。
What the fuck? What the fuck? Our guy, all our guy did was just go to like randomly found like that lighter place, the hangar, and you know.
そうなの？
Jesus Christ, man.
そうなの。残念ながらね。
Hey, don't fill her head with such nonsense.
お前ら見てるとほんと和むよ。
Don't just stand there laughing. Back me up, Anchan.
何？悪いことじゃないさ。何かに打ち込んだり、誰かを好きになったり。
Anchan puts his arm around my shoulder. He's gonna tell me something. What the fuck is Aniki gonna tell me?
早く新しいこと見つかるといいな。
Damn, Aniki. Thanks for the help. Holy shit. He said into my ear, so that only I could hear that. Then he let me go, and then he let go of me.
じゃあな。公共の場であんまり騒ぐなよ。
Anchan waved his hand and went home. After we parted from Anchan, we dropped by Himegi Sports to say hello to Agya's father. And I got kept up there. They treated me with tea and cake until it was evening. While I was walking along the way leading to the dormitory, somehow I didn't feel like coming back just yet. I guess I'll go for a little stroll. It's changed a lot around here too. Before, there was only an embankment here. We used to fish for what the fuck? Crucian? I guess I'm not familiar with that fish. Or koi carps here. But now they built a promenade here. And it became quite the walking course. Well, this was just right for taking a stroll. While I was walking slowly, I absent-mindedly gazed at the lake dyed indigo orange by the setting sun. While my hometown had changed a lot in 5 years, the most important things have not. You should find someone new soon, Aoi. Find something, huh? As I muttered to myself, I looked at the scenery on the opposite bank. The windmills lined up on the gentle slope were slowly turning in the wind. Even so, Chef's ramen was really tasty. Next time, I'll try Sukamen. Man, I want some of that shit, man. I just need to sleep, and you're gonna have that tomorrow. Wait, someone heard my voice? Someone heard me talking aloud or some shit? What the fuck? Huh? Oh, it's one of the route girls. There was someone a little further away. It was a petite girl. She was holding her hand on the fence, and, just like me, was gazing at the windmill hill on the opposite bank. Someone is here? I thought there was nobody here, and I was talking to myself, but it seemed that she heard me. Huh. You're that... She had a different air about her, so I didn't realize straight away. But she was without a doubt the girl I met at the supermarket yesterday. The girl who bought a lot of the 2,980 yen per 100 grams meat to make curry. That's so expensive, man. Was the curry good?
どうして知ってるの？
Don't you remember? Yesterday in the supermarket.
ああ、それは多分私じゃないわね。
What on earth was she talking about?
姉さんってばぼーっとしてるからまたナンパでもされちゃったのかしら。
Nessun. Nesan.
すき焼きとお刺身だったわ。
Huh?
昨日の夕食。
Ah, I thought so. She was talking about shopping at the supermarket. Well, that was to be expected. There's no way it would use something like that to make her curry. Apparently, she had some common sense in the end.
じゃ、私はもう行くから。
Yeah. She left, giving off a cold impression, as if talking with me was a bother. It felt completely different when I met her in the supermarket. Well, you can get an impression that she has a twin sister, because she literally just said Ness and all that shit, so you know. Wait a second, I'm looking at my screen. Maybe it's too vivid. You know what? I'm actually experimenting with filters right now. Like the fucking, I don't know how to explain it other than the color grading of stuff. I'm a little confused myself. Oh, there you go. Force SDR. Okay, I'm forcing SDR. Because I'm not using HDR when I upload to YouTube anyway. Alright, here we go. It kind of looks the same. I don't get it. Whatever. I'll just not bother. It wasn't far from the lake to the dormitory. I didn't have much time to think before I arrived. Something new. The parts I received from Anchan were in my pocket. As I touched them with my hand, I looked up at the clouds floating slowly across the evening sky. These things are going to fly there, huh? Those were parts of the glider. It means they will become part of that white aircraft and soar with it as it catches the wind with those big wings. Beyond those clouds. The reason why I impulsively gaze at the sky might be the influence of that girl I met some time ago. Driving away my silly fantasy, I went through the dormitory's gate and... Wait, I'll be right back. I need to get some water. All right, I'm back.
あった、まだよ。まだ動いちゃダメよ。
What's Kotori's problem? The fuck?
くー。
Hamane-san, sitting in her wheelchair with her back bent over, was slowly and steadily pushing the wheels. It was almost as if she was walking on tiptoes. What is she up to this time? I got quite used to her strange behavior, but I still couldn't tell what she was doing right away. What was she glaring at? Was a nickel. There it was, laying rolled up on the stone steps, licking and grooming itself. On the opposite side, Hatto was waiting for orders. Was she trying an attack from both sides? This is what it looked like. But what were they trying to... Interrupting my thoughts, Habare-san gave the signal. Hatto then immediately approached the cat from behind while flapping its wings. Its wings. The cat jumped up in surprise and escaped in the opposite direction, where Habane-san was waiting to catch it.
Yeah!
There's no way that would work. The cat, with brilliance footwork like that of a pro football player, evaded Habane-san and escaped.
逃げられた。わ。
You really were trying an attack from both sides. Oh, yeah, I think this is a misspelling. An attack from both sides. Supposed to be from both sides. It's a weird misspelling.
何よ、文句ある？
Habane-san frowned when she realized I was watching. Why were you trying to catch the cat?
決まってるじゃない。撫でるのよ。
She said that like it was a natural thing to do. If she had caught a scared cat that was running away, it would only struggle and, at worst, scratch and hurt her. Next time, a better strategy, like luring it with a piece of fountain grass, for example. What is fountain grass? Is that catnip? What the fuck? I don't know what fountain grass and cats are like. So we'll see. Fountain grass. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie, it's the first time I heard it. I know what it looks like, but I never knew its name, so I just found out that's what you call the thing. Cats really like playing with that thing.
なんだ、考えとくわ。
She said as she earnestly wrote a memo. It looks like she always has a memo notebook tucked away in her wheelchair.
それより、
She pointed at me. This was a sign she had a bone to pick with me.
遅い。どこほっつき歩いてたの？
Huh? Not for a walk. That's why I'm late. Her tone was like that of a mother scolding her child. Does she want something from me?
夕飯の支度、手伝えって言ったのあなたでしょ？
It's still only 5 o'clock though.
知らないわよ、そんなの。いつからなんて聞いてないんだもん、こっちは。
Sorry. We started at about 6. We should finish on time.
そう。じゃあ、明日からそうするわ。
He said as she wrote another note. Could it be that you were waiting for me? She must have gotten bored, which is why she decided to catch the cat.
そうよ。けど、待ってたのは義務を果たすため。変な勘違いしないでよね。
Okay, bro. But to be fair, Aoi didn't even tell her about what time they were supposed to prepare dinner, so she was like, I don't know, man. I don't know what sort of funny ideas you mean. Can you give me a few examples? I tried teasing her a little.
そんなの自分で考えなさい。いいから、ほら行くわよ。私、もうお腹ペコペコなんだから。ねえ、ハット？ほら、ハットもお腹空いたって。
Yes. Hold on. It's still a little early, but let's get started.
ねえ、今日は何？
Mapo eggplants and egg soup.
それ美味しい？
Oh man, Mapo eggplants. That's an interesting choice. He's going vegetarian. I mean, if he doesn't include like ground beef, but he went back to the store specifically to buy some ground beef. So I'm guessing it's gonna be. It's not the vegetarian variation, but I know there's like a vegetarian variation where you use like eggplants instead of like ground beef. You still have the tofu, of course. It wouldn't be mabo something without the tofu, so yeah, it's great. It's my specialty.
美味しいんだって。わあ。
when they pass. Wait a second. He still has the color problem because Mabo is like brown, like it's straight up brown, and then egg drop soup is yellow. You know, because it's gonna be very similar to like his fucking prop. Yeah, the issue they had because they wanted like their dishes to have more color. I don't know. I also kind of made some research about how to make the Vasquez stew, chicken stew. Seems interesting. I might do it one of these days. I might do it next weekend. Anyway, when I passed through the dormitory door, I noticed that my uneasiness had vanished. She teamed up with a duck to catch a cat by attacking it from both sides. From both sides? What the fuck? It's from both sides. I chuckled when I remembered this, but then I realized I felt strangely comfortable by her side, and I started feeling weird again. Amanda Senpai was inspecting the parts I had showed closely from every angle. She let out a sigh of admiration. Is that what you call it? A sigh of admiration? I don't know. I always associate sighing with like a negative like feeling, but admiration? I don't know, man. Are these okay?
間違いない。
Whoa!
ありがと
She suddenly hugged me. She's so. Her levels of skinship is like totally to the max. I like that, man.
う。うわ、なになに、どういうこと？ありがとう、ありがとう。
Amani Senpai pressed and rubbed her forehead against my cheek. Ugh. Ouch. Hey, it hurts, senpai.
私は感謝の気持ちを伝えるのが下手なんだ。バカだからな。
Yeah, she always goes for like 11 out of 10. And a hug ain't so bad. From a cute senpai, man. Holy shit. It hurts, but it feels nice. Because she was hugging me tightly, just like her forehead. Her ample chest was also pressed against me. On top of being beautiful, Senpai had a good figure too. Her breasts were bigger than they looked. Okay, whether I liked it or not, I was made to experience it firsthand.
やらしい。何あの顔。あれはエッチなこと考えてるわね。
Hey, you there? Don't just make up whatever. Oh, it was lunchtime, by the way. I came to the garage with the parts I got from Anchan, and now, slightly bewildered, I was in the middle of her unexpectedly warm welcome. I came here with Habane-san and Ageha had tagged along for some reason. Now I was feeling the pain of their stares.
ありがとう、ありがとう、ありがとう。
After I tore myself apart from Senpai, which I felt like getting away from a playful big dog. Oh, that's a good description. I finally gave her the parts. Please, go ahead and use them.
ありがとう。でも、よく手に入ったな。
My friend works in a workshop that deals with manufacturing and processing special parts. When it comes to such things, he should be able to make almost anything. As for these parts, it seems that Anchan examined the blueprint and made identical copies.
早速取り付けよう。
Amani Senpai took the parts and walked toward the glider. That surprised me.
あまね先輩って結構大胆な人なんだね。
These guys are Mog. They're not gonna make it, guys. They got Mog.
こないだも抱きつかれて嬉しそうにしてたわよ。やっぱ葵も男の子なんだね。
Don't say things like that about me.
それにしてもなんであなたが一緒についてくるのよ。私天音先輩とお話ししてみたかったから。それになんだか面白そうだし。
Amanda-san was frowning for a while. She might have been annoyed because someone else found out about her secret place. Amane-senpai, like a kid who just got a toy for her birthday, had immediately started installing the parts. Most like they were a part of a meter that was in the cockpit. She was diligently disassembling mechanical parts inside of it.
これがグライダーか。
Amane went beside Senpai and watched her work.
これってエンジンはついてないんですよね。どうやって飛ぶんですか？風に乗って飛ぶんだ。でもまずは離陸しなきゃいけないですよね。ああ、それならいくつか方法があるが、これの場合、ウインチでタコのように引っ張って飛ばすんだ。
Oh, this is the thing I was curious about because I don't know how they got it to fly in the air in the first place.
え？こんな大きなものを？あ
あ。Ageha stared at the aircraft in disbelief. Habane-san and I were tirelessly looking at the sleek aircraft, as if appreciating a work of art. Immersed in installing the parts, Habane-senpai seemed to have already forgotten about our existence. It was like when I came here for the first time when I met senpai.
これでまた飛べるぞ。いつかが言ってた空へ行けるんだ。
Who's Itsuka? What's the matter?
いや、なんでも。
She knows. She knows something, man. Ayashi.
失礼します。
A female student who looked like an upperclassman came into the garage.
望月先輩はいらっしゃいますか？
Girl who seems like a senior. When I tilted my head, wondering who could that be, Agea whispered to me.
あれ、生徒会副会長の雲井あかりさんだよ。
Kaicho. Holy shit. Seto Kaicho. What on earth did she want? If you're looking for Amane-senpai... At that moment, her head was completely buried inside the cockpit. And the Fuku Kaicho saw that. She briskly approached the cockpit and peered inside.
望月先輩。望月先輩。
She called out in a louder voice, and Senpai finally turned to face her.
いや、副会長。
Her familiar greeting would suggest that they were quite close, but the Fuku Kaicho didn't seem that way at all. She kept her firm attitude and asked,
例の件、どうなりましたか？実はまだなんだ。こちらにいらっしゃる方々は違うんですか？違う。部品を届けてくれたんだ。
Amane-senpai answered downheartedly. The Fuku Kaicho let out a little sigh.
言ったはずですよ。
Oh
部
man,
員が他に見つからないな
they're
ら
gonna join her
解
club.
任せざるを得ないと。
For sure, that's gonna happen. I've seen this so many times in the simulations. What did she say? They continued their conversation, leaving us dumbfounded by standards alone.
しかしだな、副会長。先生方は特例として認めていらっしゃいますが、それでは他の少人数のサークルに示しがつきません。
Oh yeah, I just remembered that there's a thing called circles and clubs. So you know the funny thing? I only learned about circles and clubs, the difference between circles and clubs when I was watching Asobi Asobase. Like I watch a lot of you know how I watch I watch a lot of random ass animes that has the high school setting, but it was the first time I heard. It was only when I watched Asobi, when I heard about like circles being like fucking like a club with lower member requirements. And usually when I think about circles, I think of them in the Dinchi space. Speaking of which, it's C104 today, so I wonder what the hell happened there. I better check out Yahoo auctions for some cool shit. They might be selling good shit right now. But anyway, let's continue.
部としての体裁を今すぐ整えていただかなければ廃部は避けられませんよ。
Amane Senpai looked down, greatly perplexed. For some reason, seeing her like that made my chest hurt. Oh.
いいじゃない別に。
Suddenly, Habane-san cut into the conversation.
あなたは確か羽根小鳥さんね。
The fact that the Fukugaisha knew who she was made her flinch slightly. But Habane-san continued speaking nonetheless.
だって先生がいいって言ってるんでしょ。ならあなたが文句言うことじゃないわ。それに天音先輩ってほら特別な人じゃないですか。これやるために留年。もとい学校にいることはみんな知ってるわけだし。
I thought I saw veins appear on the Fukugaicho's forehead as the two of them ranted at her.
先生方が部活動のあり方に過剰に口を差し挟むのは生徒会自治権への明らかな侵害。この件についてはまさしくそれです。
She approached one step without hesitation, while Habane-san and Ageha took one back.
部にしたくてもできないサークルもたくさんあります。そのため部費も下りず活動拠点となる部室さえ満足に与えられない場合もある。昨日も和太鼓研究会が練習場所の申請をしてきましたが却下せざるを得ませんでした。
Study Society. I like how that's the naming convention for like the Taiko Drum Club. Study Society.
その時彼らが何と言ったかご存知ですか？
それは知るわけないわそんなの。
ソアリング部は一人であんな大きなガレージを使っているのにどうして我々には練習場所一つないんだ。至極もっともな意見だと思いませんか？
思います。
それなのに申請を却下された彼らは当然納得していないでしょう。しかしこのガレージがずっと以前、それこそ我々が生まれる以前からソアリング部のものだった事実も無視できるものではありません。先生方が特例を認めるのもあるいはそこに理由があるのかもしれません。我々生徒会もその事実は尊重したい。ろくな活動実績も示せないお遊びサークルのために望月先輩を立ち退かせるのは本意ではないのです。だから
The Fukugaicho rapidly turned around away from Habane-san and Ageha and faced Amane Senpai, who was listening nervously.
早急な対処をお願いしている次第です。
活動実績なら先日やっとテストフライトを。
あれは授業中じゃありませんか。言語道断。むしろ廃部へ一歩近づいたとお考えいただかなければ。
Amane Senpai staggered back from that blow. Well, I guess she has a point, doesn't she? When Habane-san and I saw the glider flying from the windmill hill, it was during school hours.
いいですか。部活動として認められるには最低4人。
Ooh, where can we find three people to join the club? I wonder how many people are in this hangar right now that are free to join the club. Amane Senpai looked down with a serious expression.
でもこれは私が自分のためにしていることだから。
ならばなおのこと。部活動として認めるわけには参りません。
You know what to do. I'll join. Huh? I quickly raised my hand, and everyone simultaneously looked at me.
あなたこの間転校してきた男子ね。
I'm really surprised that Fukukaicho is so
水瀬
well
葵くん
so well informed. Like, holy shit, she's very well informed. The Fukukaicho looked at me as if she was evaluating me.
言っておきますが幽霊部員じゃダメなのよ。
I know. That's why I came here today. I have decided this morning. No, actually, I've already decided my mind. I already have made my mind yesterday. I still don't know much about gliders, though. I just thought it would be interesting. Just imagine getting on it, and flying through the air made me excited. If Amane-senpai will allow me to join, that is.
ああ、入りたいと言うなら別に構わないが、でもこれは私が私のためにしていることなんだぞ。
I still don't know much about gliders or about you, Amane-senpai. But if that's what you want to do, then I'd like to help you. I stated my reasons. The Fukukaicho still didn't look convinced though. I wonder if she saw me as some transfer student who barged in suddenly without even understanding the situation and tried to act like a Seigi no Mikata. Seigi no Mikata. I can't really deny that this may be partially true.
じゃあ私も。
Agia raised her hand in a really casual manner. Even under everyone's looks, Agia remained aloof.
ロボット部と掛け持ちでもいいですか、先輩。うん、それは構わないが。
Agia, you too?
だって面白そうなんだもん。
One person left. Everyone's eyes naturally turned towards Habane-san.
何？
Habane-san turned her wheelchair sidewards to avoid everyone's glances.
私は入らないわよ。
Ooh, way to drop the ball. When Habane-san said that, the Fukukaicho made a relieved yet slightly disappointed face.
まだ一人足りないわ。これでは部活動として認めるわけにはいきません。
If it's decided that it can't be allowed, what will happen?
まずはこのガレージから出て行ってもらいます。
Amane-senpai made a really troubled face. Well, of course it did. If there's nowhere to keep this giant glider, then club activities cannot continue. Aga and I will try to find one more person. Could you wait until then?
いいでしょう。では金曜日まで待ちます。
Fucking Glittery dropped the ball! She chose to be fucking soon at this very moment, man. What a straight up asshole.
それまでに体裁を整えられなければサークルに降格。ガレージは使用不可。よろしいですね。
Amane-senpai nodded in agreement. Without much confidence, and the vice president left the garage. Garage.
Habane-san、
I don't know why I'm pronouncing it in the
部活
most
入ってないよね。
French manner ever. For garage is garage. Anyway.
名義だけでも貸してもらえないかな。他に入りたい人見つかるまででいいからさ。
Why was Kotori a straight up asshole?
お断りよ。
Habane-san bluntly refused and left the garage alone.
ダメか。
We had to do something about it ourselves.
君たち。
Sorry, senpai. We went ahead and joined the argument without your permission.
いや、助かった。君たちがいなければ廃部になってたところだった。でも本当にいいのか？
I planned to do that from the start.
私もいろんな意味で興味あるし。
I'm pretty sure it's partly half that and the other half involves Aoi. League gathering members to us.
天音先輩は活動実績について副会長さんが納得するようなネタをまとめておいてください。そうする。
Is this all right with you?
何が？
Today is the first time you've been in the garage, right? Even so, you suddenly become a member.
でも面白そうなのは確かじゃん。
She basically joined based on vibes.
葵もいるし。
This is the real reason. This is the real reason here. See this? Yeah, that's the real reason. Oh, you.
あれで空飛ぶんでしょ。ワクワクするなって方が無理だよ。
True. I raised my voice without thinking. I was happy that Agea felt the same way.
まあ私の場合飛ぶより飛ばす方に興味ありだけど。
I want to try to fly it. And also, didn't she stay in school all this time and repeat the same year over and over again to do this?
って噂だよ。天音先輩は授業にも出ずいつもガレージにこもってるって。
I don't know if that's true or not, but what I do know is she's taking this very seriously. There's no way I'll let it all end for some stupid reason like insufficient number of members.
まずは残りの部員集めからだね。
Let's try asking that guy. Which guy?
グライダー？何それ？ちょっと面白そうじゃん。
でしょでしょ。だからさ、あんたも入部しない？
Bro, there's robotics notes all over again. You even had the guy with red framed glasses.
でも俺バイトあるし、それにお前と仲良くしてるとエリちゃんがやきもち焼くからパス。
Damn, man. I totally understand the part-time job. But if your girlfriend, you know, well, there's some dudes like that, so. God damn, man. Not gonna make it. Give me a second, let me check out something. Anyway, let's continue.
そこをなんとかさ。大丈夫、バレないって。
それがバレるんだよ。エリちゃんうちの学校に友達いるから。だからあんま話しかけてくんなよ。
彼女できた途端これだよ。私ら幼馴染でしょ。友情はどこ行った？
バンドも忙しいし無理無理。今度ライブやるんだ。だから今練習中。
冷てえの。
あいつに頼めばいいだろ、葵によ。
頼むも何もすでに部員だよ。
何？お前らまたつるむの？
何よ悪い？あんたも仲間に入れてほしくなった？
誰があんなやつ？ペッペ。
がー汚なズバッ飛ばすな。
It's really disgusting that he actually does it. Not like as a fucking expression, he actually does it.
たく、麻婆のくせに生意気なんだから。
おいアゲハ。
何よ。
まあなんだ。今度はうまくやれよ。
は？何の話？
He's saying something very particular there.
ああもうさっさと行けよほら。シッシッ。
麻婆のアホー。
Bro, this is literally the Final Fantasy VIII Balam Garden technology shit going on. So, was it my fault after all?
彼女とバイトとバンドが忙しいってあの青春野郎。昔散々遊んでやったのにさ。
What are you talking about? If Mabo treated us like we were more important to him than his girlfriend, what do you think would happen?
コブラツイストで締め上げる。泣くまで。
Well, it can't be helped. What was the recent visual novel I played and the character just kept saying, oh, okay, Katawa Shoujo. I was thinking whether in the 30 minutes of me playing. No, I don't think Emiya Shiro said, no, we didn't even had Emiya Shiro at that time because we were only playing the prologue as Rin. So I was like, she wouldn't be saying it can't be helped. Anyway. Next is... Oh, that's right. Hotaru is here too, isn't she? We went to the first year classroom. When upperclassmen came to visit, there was a strange air of tension in the classroom.
どうしたの？あーちゃん、青に。
Oh. Where did we have that weird showcase now? What the fuck was that? What was that for? What the fuck was that for? No, it's just that this is the first time I've seen you in your uniform. It sure suits you. When I met her yesterday, she was wearing casual clothes. You look so mature. I only said it to tease her. However, she went red like she was on fire or something, and got really flustered.
やだな、青に。私、大人っぽくなんか。こーら、青い。後輩をからかうんじゃない。
Well, I did kind of tease her, but I actually meant what I said, you know.
それ、余計にタチ悪いから。
Obviously, the Onesha is gonna be jealous, so.
あーちゃんの方が可愛いよ。
She's self-cooking herself right now.
私？ほら、青に。制服だって私より似合ってる。私なんて別に。マーボーには中身は男だって言われてるし。でも見た目は可愛くなったでしょ。
What is this self-cucking moment that we're having right now? When Hotaru looked at me fixedly with those innocent eyes, I couldn't tell a lie. Yeah, I do think she's gotten cuter.
青い。
God damn it! Why the fuck you punch my boy? I received an elbow to the ribs. Ouch. I feel sorry for my bow.
ありがとう。
My boy.
青いもまあかっこよくなったと思うよ。
Wait, we didn't go to this classroom to start flirting like this. Holy shit. Oh. She said this again in the first year classroom at that. There was no way I wouldn't be embarrassed. This is weird. The reason why I was looking down was because my ribs hurt though.
で、今はそんな話しに来たわけじゃないの。
Agaya, continuing with the momentum, told Hotaru that how we were trying to gather members for the soaring club.
青兄とあーちゃんが同じ部活に入るの？そういうこと。だからホタルもどうかなって。
I already have a club. Glance. Hotaru sneak a peek at me. What does that mean? What does that mean? Why? This is very particular. Huh?
私、いい。
It was because of Aoi. What does that mean? Is it because she's really committed with the self-cooking right now?
どうして？家のお手伝いあるもん。
What a liar.
手伝いって日曜日くらいじゃない。でもあるから。
She replied weakly, but stubbornly. She might have her reasons. Well, she looked exactly at the MC. So you could tell there was something there going on. Okay, you get it, Hotaru. But if you're interested, come anytime. Oh, the Hinamizawa experience.
できたわよ。
I'm also kind of interested to go revisit fucking Higurashi, but that's gonna be it's gonna be long because that's a lot of reading. That's a lot of reading there. Habane-san brought over the cucumber she had crushed into a suitably sized pieces using a wooden pestle.
こんなにしちゃって大丈夫なの？
Yeah, that way it absorbs the flavor a lot better. We're going to use the cucumber to make a salad. When it's crushed, it absorbs the flavor more easily than if it were cut with a knife.
他にやることは？
I think that's it.
そう。じゃあ
You know,
何？
we still can't find anyone who wants to join the club. We tried all the people we could think of.
そう。
Aren't you more interested in it than we are? That time on the windmill hill when we saw the glider flying for the first time? The time she wandered into the garage and saw the real thing up close? The time we made paper airplanes and flew them together? Her eyes were always shining, like a child's. I couldn't forget that expression on Habare-san's face. I thought this could be her true expression, even though she usually looks sullen and bored.
私が入部したって迷惑かけちゃうだけだもん。
And why? And why exactly? What do you mean? You wouldn't. Frankly, her joining the club would have been a very welcome development.
だって私もうすぐ
Oh yeah, she was trying to quit school. She's really trying hard to quit school. She stopped mid-sentence and pushed her wheelchair forward. Hey, can I ask you a question?
ダメ
What do you want to drop out?
ダメって言ってるのに。
Oh. He revealed himself. He revealed himself. He revealed himself as the guy who has the paper. Hamada-san got taken aback by the sudden realization.
やっぱりあなただったのね。私の退学届拾ったの。
Oh, would you all notice? What's that? Does it taste good? Can we have it tonight? Tonight's dinner. Are you really gonna play dumb right now? I played dumb without hesitation.
バカ、アホ、いじめっ子。あんたなんかドブにはまって死んじゃえ。
With a barrage of sharp parting remarks, Hamada-san hurriedly escaped. Looks like we can't find anyone. It's been 2 days since I joined the soaring club. Meanwhile, Akihai and I have been trying to recruit new members whenever we found some spare time. Although everyone was interested, nobody had joined yet.
やっぱみんな天音先輩にビビっちゃってるのかな。
I don't think she's that scary though. I mean, if you do good, if you do good, you get a reward.
じゃなくてすごすぎて。葵はほらまだ転校してきたばっかだから実感ないかもだけど、あの人うちの学校じゃ生きる伝説だから。
I didn't know she was a legendary level weirdo. I did know she was a legendary level weirdo already.
それに人間嫌いだって噂もあるしね。
The basis for such rumors wasn't clear, but she didn't have any friends and hardly showed up for classes. She basically shut herself off in the garage. Even when she did come out occasionally, she was always alone and didn't contact anyone. If you look at it like that, she certainly seemed like quite antisocial.
その天音先輩が率いる部活でしょ。ついていけるか心配みたい。
You had to ask Archer. Archer asked one question one time. Can you keep up with me?
それともう一つのあれ。
Ah, the rumor? There's something I learned while we were looking for members. It was something said only in whispers, like some urban legend.
ソアリング部に関わると飛岡先生に目をつけられる。
What's with Tobioka sensei? Is that true?
さあ、でも可能性はなくはないんだな。
Who's Tobioka sensei? What's special about this sensei man? Girl, man, woman, you know what? I don't know. Oh, it's a dude. Okay. Tobioka Kujira sensei. His first name meant whale, but he didn't have such a large build as one might imagine. However, it's said that his attitude was exceptionally big. I've seen him before. He was the teacher acting as a moral advisor, the nagging and annoying type. There were a lot of teachers like that at my old school, but here it was a bit of a rarity.
飛岡先生はね、ロボット部の顧問なのよ。
That means Agas used to him. In other words, the advisor of Agas club.
天音先輩がその昔ロボット部で輝かしい成果を上げたことは前に話したよね。
You mean how she was one step away from the national championship? Age had nodded.
それもコントローラのボタンの押し間違いで負けたの。
Since I knew Mochizuki Amane's character to some extent, I could imagine her making such a simple mistake.
あの話には続きがあるの。飛岡先生は当時からロボット部の顧問をしていたんだけど、その時ものすごく悔しがってたんだって。
Yeah, I guess that must have been frustrating. I would have felt the same if I had been in that situation.
次こそはって決意してたらしいんだけど、それからしばらくして天音先輩はあっさりロボット部を辞めちゃったの。
What?
さあ知らない。一説によると天音先輩は全国優勝を逃した時も特に悔しがってはいなかったそうよ。以来慶風学園ロボット部はその時の栄光を引きずりつつも大した結果を残せずにいる。
So you mean that Tobioka Sensei resents Amane Senpai? What the fuck is this spelling, man? Sanpai? What the fuck is this in spelling? For that? Again, nodded with a serious expression. These guys really need like a QA, man. These guys really need a QA. That's ridiculous. No, I can't really say that. My last school was good when it came to sports. There was a sports scholarship program, and it was important for the school to get results in tournaments. The advisors and directors of each club were evaluated accordingly. At times, even their jobs were at stake. The robotics club is the most popular club at the school. Its performance is directly linked with the promotion of the school. So if Tobioka Sensei really held a grudge against Amane Senpai, I couldn't exactly say it was strange. Are you okay with this?
何が？
Well, Tobioka is your advisor, right? Will you be alright with him scowling at you?
まあネチネチ嫌味言われるかもだけど耳栓しとけば平気でしょ。
Well, you know, Ageha has the eyes for the prize, if you know what I mean. It's the MC, by the way, if you don't. And I think that's the main problem.
Huh?
Ageha inclined her head.
葵の言いたいことわかるよ。けどもっと大切なものがあるからしょうがないよ。
Which one exactly are we talking about here? What's that more important thing? Asking the same questions.
それは
あら、あなたたち
Zakari again?
水瀬葵くん
Oh, it's
姫
the
野
Fuku
有穂さん
Kaicho.
だったわね。
Hello?
こんにちは副会長さん。
部員集めの真っ最中ってところかしら。その様子じゃうまくいってなさそうね。
She's getting ready to, she's getting ready. God damn, man. The vice president gave me a bitter smile the Fuku Kaicho gave me a bitter smile as she made her assumptions.
でもまああと一人くらいならどうとでも。
Got distracted. Alright, let's continue.
言っておきますけど、幽霊部員は絶対に認めないわよ。
She stated frankly.
どうしてですか？
There must be other clubs that have ghost members, right? Why is it only us? When we dare to raise such childish protests, Fukukaicho flashed an angry glare at us.
他の小規模な文化系クラブならばともかく、ソアリング部は設備の規模が大きすぎるわ。あれだけのガレージを占有しているクラブは他にありません。
ロボット部はでっかいガレージ使ってますよ。
あそこは部員の数が約60名。全国大会で実績も残しています。
それ残したのは天音先輩なのに。
Fukukaicho ignored Ageha's complaint and continued her lecture.
もしソアリング部がガレージを明け渡せば、例えば軽音部と和太鼓研究会の練習スタジオに改造することもできます。
Oh no, the K-Ombu, man. How are they gonna have their tea and cakes, man? Asinyan. Asinyan can't join, holy shit. Asinyan. Azukato. Anyway, let's continue.
他にもラジコン部や写真部、英検なんかも欲しがるでしょうね。
Why do they call the film club? They usually use the term for film club as film studies. Like they always attach the word studies to it, or like society or some shit. So it's formal sounding.
中を仕切れば、それら複数の部の活動場所として再利用も可能よ。そう考えると、幽霊部員を集めて形だけの部活動なんて認められるわけがありません。
ごもっともです。
Ageha and I felt small, and we looked downwards, embarrassed by raising our childish complaints.
ですが、
She let out a little sigh.
あの望月先輩が声をかけるなら、ついてくる人はいるはずです。
Oh, she's giving us a bone. What did? I already had an impression that she was willing to help out and all, because there was a description of her expression that she felt disappointed when she saw that fucking Kodori dropped the ball. In other words, you're not making any unreasonable demands.
当然です。私は別にソアリング部を潰したいわけじゃありません。他の部に示しがつかないこの状況を是正したいだけです。
However, Amine Senpai isn't trying to invite any members herself.
それがもどかしくてたまらない。ここはこの私が悪役を買って出てでも天音先輩のお尻を引っ叩くしかないと。
そこまでは言ってません。いいですか？ちゃんとした部員を見つけること。幽霊部員なんて絶対に認めませんからね。
The Fukukaicho stressed that out and left us.
あかりさんって厳しいけどいい人だよね。
She's just doing her job, man. She's just doing her job. Yeah, she doesn't seem very flexible though. She seemed familiar with the students' names and profiles. Profiles. I don't know why they pronounce profile as profiles in Japanese, but anyway. So cheating by only borrowing someone's name probably wouldn't work. Actually, I'm even surprised. Like, she already knew that there was a transfer student. Damn. The Fukukaicho is so fucking well informed. Like, holy shit. You see, wonder what Kaicho-san is doing. But it's a strange story.
何が？
Even though Amane Senpai quickly left the robotics club, she's been staying in the soaring club for years, right? To the point of becoming super repeat student.
そういや、そうだね。
Even so, she isn't trying to get any new members.
やっぱり本当に人間嫌いなのかも。
The more I knew about the situation, the less I understood it. After school, Ageha and I headed to the Soaring Club's garage. After all, we were already members.
すまないな、君たち。
As soon as she saw us, Amane Senpai bowed her head in apology. Cut it out, Senpai.
そうですよ。天音先輩にそんなことされちゃ、なんかこう寿命が縮みそうです。もしダメだったらおとなしくここを出ていくつもりだ。移転先はまだ探している最中だが。
Does that mean you're giving up on the club? Amane Senpai nodded apologetically. Senpai, Why don't you look for new members yourself?
これは私が自分のためにしていることだから誰かを巻き込む理由がない
Which makes me wonder what's her background story. But you can only unlock her route after doing Kotori's route, so I'm like, well, it is what it is. Is that what she really thinks? Is that because that you don't want to let anyone come near this place? If so, then we...
そんなことないぞ見学ならいつでも大歓迎だ
But how about becoming members?
わからない
I feel like she has a certain burden. It's one of those, man. It's one of those.
そうしないとここにいられなくなることは分かってるそれはすごく困るでもどうするべきなのか私はまだその回答を見出せていないんだ
Senpai looked really distressed and depressed. If we kept asking him more questions, we would be just pointlessly cornering her. By the way, Senpai, what are you planning to do after building the glider?
大会に出場するとか
We could use the club's objectives as a material for our recruitment drive. As far as the quick check we did goes, apparently there were competitions for gliders too.
大会いやそういうものに出場する予定はないぞ
So, what are you going to do?
行きたい場所があるんだ
A faint smile across Amane Senpai's face, as if she was about to start telling a nostalgic story. A place you want to go?
イスカが言ってたんだグライダーが完成すればそこへ行けるって
Who is Itsuka? In fact, Kotori actually reacted when she heard Itsuka. Itsuka? She said that name before. It will fly to the sky. That's Itsuka Spoko. Amane Senpai, immersed in memories, looked at the photo frame on the desk. The frame without a photo. She looked like she had gone into her own little world, and it didn't seem that we could ask her any more questions.
それじゃあ私たち
To search for people who might join the club. Oh, we're gonna have a backstory shit in her route. And we're gonna have to go to Kotori's route. Whatever answer Senpai finds, avoiding revocation of the club status was the top priority now.
すまないいえいえその代わり天音先輩は活動実績のまとめ作っておいてくださいね
We heard unless she could take advantage of lots and lots and lots and lots of history. Because the Soaring Club existed even before they were born, so, you know, it's gotta be a big, long line lineage.
わかった
It was past 9 o'clock at night. In the kitchen, I was washing 5 people's worth of dishes. In the dormitory, there were 6 people, including myself, but Habane-san didn't show up for dinner or to help prepare for her hand. She was shut away in her room, just in case. I put her dinner in the fridge. If she gets hungry, she can eat it whenever she wants. Maybe she's feeling down. Why did she want to drop out of school? Was it because of what Agiha said? That she was being antagonized by the girls in class? Or maybe because the lessons were boring? Or could she have a reason I didn't know about? There must be something, whereas even she herself didn't fully understand it. I, of all people, can't really say anything here. I didn't think that anyone would understand the real reason why I came back to this town. To be honest, I still haven't sorted it out myself. As I got into a somewhat gloomy mood, a sound of quick footsteps echoed throughout the hallway. Kanako-san.
葵くんなんとかして
Hanako doesn't care, man. What? What is it? Could it be that you were attacked by a pervert? I kept my back to her. But when I was asking that question, my eyes unintentionally wandered in her direction.
違う違うコトリンよ
Huh? Was she undressed by Habane-san? No, that can't be it.
一人でお風呂入るって言って聞かないのよ
If she just wants to take a bath.
ダメダメだって湯船に浸かるって言ってるんだもん
What? Why? Into the bathtub? There was a wheelchair in the bat's dressing room. In our bat's dressing room. Habane-san was using it exclusively for baths. She always relied on it when she was taking a shower. I never seen her do that, of course. Obviously. She couldn't enter the bathtub in the wheelchair though. In order to get into the bathtub, she needed someone's assistance.
ここんとこお姉さんが来てないでしょもう我慢の限界だって言って
From what I heard, it seems that Habane-san had an older sister. Okay. Just gonna tell us about it exactly when it was mentioned. When her sister comes here, only then they do get into the bathtub together. However, she hadn't come around here recently. Why are you repeating the shit that she just mentioned? At least, not since I've become the dorm mother.
もうほっといてよ毎日シャワーばっかでお風呂入った気がしないのだから私が入れてあげるってば嫌よセクハラするでしょあっち行っててというわけで頼むわりょうばさんお風呂に入れてやって
What? Unwilling to accompany me, Kanako-san left me all by myself. Hey, wait! Left alone, I face Habane-san for the time being. Alright, shall I help you get in? It's an obvious no, what the fuck, man? She glared at me with a dreadful expression.
お風呂ぐらい一人で入れるわ
Yeah, but... hold on! Habane-san entered the dressing room and closed the door. Given the situation, I couldn't exactly go barging in there. If you have any problems, call me right away.
覗いたら承知しないから
Replied in a scary voice. I mean, obviously, man, she's taking a bath. You're a dude. What the fuck? It couldn't be helped, shook an eye. So I was waiting outside. I sat down in front of the dressing room door like a guard. It was pretty trivial, but being the only guy in a girl's dormitory made taking baths inconvenient. I was the only one who had a set time. That's why I wouldn't have any excuse if I carelessly ran into any of them in here. I could hear a faint sound of the shower from the bathroom. Bro, maybe you should move. You sound like a pervert right now. She was probably washing herself off before getting into the bath. I could hear the sound of water lightly splashing. I got kind of I got kind of excited. The limited information I got from just the sound actually stirred up my imagination. Okay, man. He's growing, if you know what I mean. I got strongly conscious of the fact that Habane-san was taking a bath. Wait, what am I thinking? And she knew what I was imagining. She'd probably try to tear me apart, limb from limb. As I tried to clear those thoughts from my head... Huh? I got up reflexively, opened the dressing room door, and dashed it. Oh man, that's not gonna go well. Wait, I gotta be careful. You know what? Because this thing has some issues in it. I actually don't know if something will show up. So, you know, Christian stream. Are you okay? I jumped into the bathtub and caught Habane-san, who was struggling and wriggling, stirring the hot water with her hands. I lifted her in my arms. Oh no, she's dying. Holy shit. Hey, hang in there, Habane-san. Habane-san was still panicking. and desperately clung to me while I was helping her sit up. It's okay. You're safe. You're safe now. Sudoku is not the answer. Kotori, Habane-san. Habane-san looked at me. It looked like she didn't know who or what she was clinging to. Yeah, I'd probably safe to show this at least. But I don't know what the next scene is, you know. So we're gonna keep this up. It's alright. Everything's fine now. Habane-san nodded weakly while still clinging to me tightly. It stayed like this for a short while to calm her down. Suddenly, we both realized that we had failed to notice earlier. I knew it! Oh, thank God! I moved! Thank God I have the sensor bar! We're having a good view right now. Anyway, let's read this. Habane-san was stark naked, and I was embracing her. God damn it. This is a good thing I have the sensor bar here. God damn. I'm sorry. We didn't know what to do for a moment, but since she couldn't exactly kick me out, we kept holding on each other for now. Well... Trying to hide her chest, Habane-san stuck even closer to me. Don't worry! I'm not looking! Okay, I'll do that too. Wait, I can't read! Habane-san went bright red and looked like she was about to cry. I'll go now. Sorry. I tried to put Habane-san down on the floor. I thought that if I went and called Kanako-san, everything would be settled. Don't go. She said, don't go. Wow. We have no other choice here, man. I mean, this is a necessity situation, so... Squeeze? What was squeezing there? She clung to me weakly, yet desperately. But... Bro, she's literally life or death. If you don't, like, help her out, she might actually die in the tub, man. She might actually die on the tub. Damn, because her legs don't work. I'm sorry, but this is a necessity thing, man. But anyway, let's continue reading. Oops, I should also read that. Let me... Kotori, I'm embarrassed. Let me do it. I'm embarrassed, but please. I'm reading that out loud, her lines. Habane-san's hands were trembling faintly. I remember that time when we first met on the windmill hill. All right. When I nodded, her shaking seemed to have settled a little. We stayed like this for a while. Then Kanako-san suddenly peeked into the bathroom. So Kanako said, I heard a big noise. What happened? Aoi, well, this and that. This was the result of ignoring Kanako-san's advice. But I just couldn't say something like that in front of the teary-eyed trembling Habane-san. I'd feel really bad for her. It seems that Kanako-san also sympathized with her. Could you get a Aoi, could you get a bath towel? Kanako said, yup. Aoi says, then could you cover up Habane-san? She said yes. While Kanako-san was putting the towel around her, Habane-san was quietly clinging to me. Afterwards, she obediently got into the bath with Kanako-san. Kanako-san also refrained from unnecessary jabs and was more worried about calming Habane-san down. While I was doing the door mother... Okay, I think we're good now. think we're good. I think we're good. We're good now. While I was doing the dorm mother's jobs in the kitchen, Kotori had gotten out of the bath and came to see me. She was pretty embarrassed.
さっきはありがとう。
Well, don't mention it. I stopped myself from saying something like, that's another one of the dorm mother's jobs. Being a dorm mother wasn't the reason why I did that just now. It was more like, bro, it was more like a common sense reason. Because, you know, she was being stubborn about, like, wanting to take a bath. And considering her legs don't work, you know, she might have died there. I would have also jumped in. Like, holy shit, you know the person might accidentally off themselves there, you know? So, you don't want to make a mistake like that. Let's continue.
呆れたでしょ。一人でお風呂にも入れないなんて。
Well, I didn't know how to answer. Habane-san left me and went back to her room.
もしもし、お姉ちゃん？
Connections.
なんでもない。泣いてなんていないよ。前に話してた学校のことだけど、もう決めたことだから。
Oh, what did she make her mind about? Oh, maybe she's finally joining a club. Maybe it's because her sister. I don't know. I'm gonna make a guess. Yeah, or I could spoil myself right now. I'll spoil myself right now. Oh yeah. So I already have a lineup, backlog of things. I'm already looking at cross channel. Originally I was supposed to start cross channel, but like I went for this instead. But the next VM we're reading is cross channel. It's an old one. Okay. Let's continue. Leave it to me. And I get a signal. I ran ahead to block the cat's escape route. Oh, it's a Calico cat. Oh. Oh yeah, Calico is has a boot and like fucking Comic Cat right now. I wanna know what she's doing right now. I'm gonna check her Twitter shit for a bit. Give me a few seconds, guys. I'll be right back. Oh shit. Someone bought a lot of like fucking Makara stuff. Damn, son. What is mine? All right, I'm back. All right. Actually, I don't think I haven't seen new stuff related to from Karuki or Makura, but I'm seeing a lot of like bids already for some Frieren related art book. That's interesting, but I'll think about that. Anyway, let's continue. Ageha and I blocked the stray cat's paths and searched for a third round. And there was Habane-san with an almost sickeningly broad smile.
あなたが好きな煮干しもこんなにたくさんあるのよ。
Now that sure was a wheeling voice. The sardine that she dangled in front of the cat got its attention. However, as expected of a stray cat, it won't let its guard down so easily.
ハバネさん、秘密兵器よ。
Oh, the Himitsuhiki. Holy shit. Habane-san nodded and took out a small fishing rod with a dry sardine hanging at the end of the line.
ほーれほーれ
Dangle, dangle. Can you imagine being a VA whose only job is making animal sounds? The sardine drew the stray cat's attention as if it was a blessing descending from heaven. Habane-san was skillfully handling the rod. She was almost literally reeling the cat towards her with a dried fish.
おいでおいで
Whenever the cat reached out its paws, Habane-san was pulling the rod away with the right timing so that it couldn't reach the sardine. Actually, it was slightly mean. Eventually, the cat ran out of patience and used its last resort. Jump. The cat jumped up onto Habane-san's lap all by itself.
捕まえた
Splendid. The cat settled into her arms.
よっしゃー作戦大成
I can't believe it fell for such a stupid plan. I felt like saying, "Come on, stray cat, you can do better than that."
功猫ちゃん
I'm actually surprised the cat was like willing to just chill out there. You know, it wasn't attempting to stretch Kodori and shit. Habane-san stroked the cat sitting on her lap with an affectionate smile that we'd never seen before. Though it seemed the cat didn't really like being stroked, it was too focused on the large amount of sardines to run away.
お前かわいいねいい子だね
You didn't earn that. You didn't catch the cat. It's like one of those Elden Ring Dark Souls shit. You didn't beat the game. You were cheesing.
この子ノラのくせに美猫だねよしよし
I guess started stroking it too. All girls like cats. I'm not sure about that, but there's a reason why there's a term for cat ladies, but you know, they had nothing else going in their life. I think. You know what? I don't know. I never met an actual cat lady, so I don't even know. Can I stroke him too?
ほらこの子が怯えてるじゃないせっかく苦労して捕まえたのに逃げられちゃったら困るよ
Even though I like cats too, this was a bit unfair.
次はなんだっけ
Next is, I opened the notebook to check things I want to do. It was a list of items written in Habane-san's notebook.
とりあえずこの猫を撫でまくりたいはクリアだね
I'm guessing she's willing to join the club as long as they finish that list or some shit. We're in the middle of clearing Habane-san's to-do list. As Akiha and I examined the notebook, Habane-san looked at us sideways with a little suspicion. How did it get to this point? To answer that, we need to go back this morning. This morning, I was worried if I should return the withdrawal notice that I picked up earlier to its owner. Returning lost property should have been a natural thing to do. But if I did that, she would have probably leave school right away, so I kept it. If that's what she wanted, I had no reason to stop her, but somehow I was hesitant. I was pacing back and forth along the hallway until Habane-san, wearing her school uniform, poked her head out from her room. She was sneakily checking the situation outside. As our eyes met, she slammed the door shut. Why is she acting so suspiciously? Wasn't anything out of the ordinary for Habane-san to be suspicious, but there was definitely something behind her behavior just now. I concealed myself in the dining hall for a while. I waited about 10 minutes. Cat talk came out of the little entrance at the bottom of Habane-san's bedroom door. I took a look around the entranceway and came into the dining hall. We went back to Habane-san's room.
誰もいなかったよし
What did she mean by all right? She somehow understood duck. I don't get it, man. Habane-san sneaked out of her room. She took a peek into the dining hall just to be sure, but I was hidden behind the counter.
いないみたいねあいつに見つかったらうるさそうだもん
By that guy, she probably meant me. Habane-san was wearing her uniform, but she didn't have her bag. In the entranceway, she opened up her notebook and looked inside. I sneaked up behind her.
これは前にやったから今日は
Are you going to skip school again today? Wow. You're too early for this sort of thing. Habane-san sprung up, screaming, and threw the notebook out.
どうしているのちゃんと確認したのに
That's why you should stop sending a duck to scout for you. As I picked up the notebook that she dropped, I looked at the open page. Things I want to do. That was the page I saw before.
返して私のノート
Could it be that you're planning to do all of this before you quit school? Seems I was spot on.
やり残しを今日で全部終わらせるのもういいでしょ返して
I obediently handed back the notebook. And then, when Habane-san started leaving, I followed her.
なんでついてくるの
I'm going to help.
なんで
You must be tough by yourself, right? Habane-san looked at me as if I made a fool of myself. When we stopped in front of the door, the doorbell rung. Who could it be at this
お
time?
はようございます
It's their typical childhood friend who goes to your house sort of thing. Why is it always like that? Why is it always like that, man? Why don't I get someone like that in the morning? Just kidding. I'll never live in a small neighborhood that someone would do that. I live in a city. And that was over for me right then and there. Anyway. Ageha,
およお二人さんお揃いで
what did you come here for?
いやほらさ
Ageha pulled me closer and whispered into my ear.
昨日変な感じだったしそろそろまたサボるんじゃないかって思って
So she came here to invite Habane-san to go to school with her. Your intuition was spot on.
マジっすか
Majishkua. Wait. Where did I hear that line? Majishkua. Where did I hear that line? Never mind. I was thinking of a very particular line just now. Because when she said seriously, I heard that word, and then like I heard this very particular line from a very specific. I remembered something. Anyway, I don't remember it anymore. Yeah. The truth is, how should I explain this? Habane-san, I'm borrowing your notebook. I went back to Habane-san and took her notebook.
こら
Using it, I explained the situation to Ageha. I told her that she wanted to finish the whole things I want to do list written in her notebook today. I made sure not to mention the dropping out of school issue.
これは大仕事だね
Ageha groaned a little as she looked at the list.
そうよだから今日は学校休むからそうするしかないよね私も手伝うよ
I like how everyone decided to skip school on the last day of when they needed to find all the members. It's Friday, right? So, you know, you're gonna get fucked after this. let's continue. That is how Ageha and I ended up going with Habane-san against her will to clear the things remaining on her to-do list one by one. As far as the urgent search for club members is concerned, I thought of a possible solution last night. That's why I was accompanying Habane-san like this.
もういいからあなたたちは学校行きなさいよ。
She said while stroking the cat, but we didn't listen.
じゃあ次は伊藤さんとこのペディグリーだね。
Ageha pointed and read. Stroked the head of the big dog in the neighborhood. It's really scary, but it might be unexpectedly friendly. If possible, I'd like to ride around on its back. From the list. The Ito family is wealthy, and they have a very large dog called Pedigree. They're letting him run free in their garden. When we were kids, such a big dog was an unusual sight. We were often watching him lumbering around their spacious lawn. So, you would like to ride on its back. I looked at Habane-san on 2 occasions. Both times, she was like a feather. Well, perhaps that would be an exaggeration, but she was really light.
ハバネさんならギリギリいけるかもね。なんたってセントバーナードだもん。
I don't remember St. Bernards being capable of actually being ridden by people, but I know St. Bernards can save your ass if you got stuck in the fucking mountain, you know? Remember the olden days that when you see a St. Bernard, like in really old cartoons, you see a St. Bernard on their collar, they had like a special fucking small barrel of like liquor because supposedly you know how when you drink liquor and you feel warm because it's supposed to help you get warm when you're cold. Although there was an episode of Mythbusters regarding that, and apparently if you drank liquor in the cold, it makes you feel slightly hot for a bit, but the temperature loss afterwards is going to be way worse. So it's practically suicide afterwards. If you can't get out of the cold area really quickly, it's gonna put you in a more disadvantageous situation. Anyway, let's continue. Pedigree was the St. Bernard. They're pretty huge. While seriously considering Habane-san's silly idea, we headed towards Ito's house. Ito. Imagine that smell. Said Ageha as she put the baggage down on the grass.
でもここは風があって気持ちいいね。
Everyone's fucking skipping school right now. Today was sunny, and it wasn't too humid. The sunlight was quite intense though, so the wind that blew here felt nice. Here, I drew a sports drink to Ageha.
お、サンキュー。
And one for you, Habane-san. I took orange juice from the convenience store bag and passed it to Habane-san.
ありがとう。
Do you want to sit down here?
えっと
Ageha, give me a hand. Ageha, who was enjoying her sports drink, got up and came over.
何するの？
I want to put Habane-san down here.
いいって。おお、そうだね。
I left lifting Habane-san to Ageha. I told her how to do it and supported her from the side with my hand.
よいしょっと。
She got tired. Man.
ありがとう。
Habane-san sat down on the grass and comfortably straightened her back.
お尻が蒸れた。
Things I needed to know. Not really, but okay, thanks for the information. It seems that wheelchairs can get pretty stuffy in the summer. Oh yeah, that's a thing. I forgot about that.
さあ、お弁当お弁当。
They really skipped out school today, man. It was 12:30 now, just the right time for a lunch break. We spread out the lunch boxes that we brought from the dorm and the juices and snacks we brought from the kungini. We didn't have a sheet, but it felt like we were having a picnic in your school uniform.
いただきまーす。
I'm surprised no one is like bothering them about like the fact they're wearing their school uniform outside of school.
いただきます。
I made both mine and Habane-san's lunch boxes. You know what, bento. While Ageha had brought her own.
おお、ハバネさんハンバーグだ。ねえねえ、春巻きと交換しよ
Burgar? She got a burgar?
う。いいけど。
Ageha delightfully stuffed her cheeks with a hamburger that she traded for her spring roll for.
葵、料理上手だよね。女として自信なくすわ。
Mom's good at cooking though, isn't she?
いやいや、現役主婦と比べなさんな。
Habane-san, not used to... Let's see.
クイックセーブしたわ。
Let me also do like the same, just in case. It's 12:20. I guess I only have 9 minutes. I'm supposed to leave at 12:30. And I'm gonna have a lot of good sleep, man. Things I've been missing out these days. Habane-san, not used to this kind of atmosphere, was restlessly eating her lunch. Oh man, I really need that. Okay, I can do this for 9 minutes more. However, she didn't look as uncomfortable as before. Ageha didn't notice that or was pretending not to. She was behaving the same as always.
私、学校サボったの初めて。
Yo, skipping school is fine, man. Skipping school is fine. Although I mostly did them during my my senior year in high school. I was going through some tough times that time. Mentally. But, yeah, shit happened. But, that was a good time. Actually, no, it wasn't a good time, but, you know, I really had some shit going on.
今まで休みたいって思ったの注射の日くらいだったからさ。でもこうやって友達と遊ぶならたまにはいいかも。
Akira said playfully. Skipping school for her for the first time must have excited her. If your mom finds out, she's totally going to kick your ass. Akira's mother didn't hold back when she was kicking her daughter's ass. I've been kicked too a few times when I got caught playing pranks together with Ageha. Those kicks were heavy and quite painful. She'd probably throw her fucking slipper, and it would be like 360 no scope from like really far away, man.
言っちゃダメだからね。
Of course, if I did, I'll also get kicked. Or rather, I didn't want her to worry unnecessarily.
ねえ、次は何？
We all looked at the notebook. Throughout the morning, we already managed to clear 5 points. As for pedigree, Ageha was Ito-san's acquaintance, so we could enter their garden when we just asked. She didn't manage to ride on Pedigree's back, but she did manage to succeed in hugging him. Such a good dog. I like those dogs, you know. They're so friendly that you kind of doubt that they're gonna actually help you when a robber comes in. They're just gonna lie down and expect for rubs or some shit. But I don't know. Some dogs are capable of figuring out if you know the situation is like they need to fight versus like they're willing to lie down and have a belly rub. They could tell. Some dogs can tell to an extent. But I don't know. I don't know how you get dogs to know when is when, but they, you know, well, they have limited intelligence. You know, they could go as smart as like a human toddler. Anyway, let's continue. In the end, he playfully leaned on her. This must have been quite tough for her. Pedigree probably weighs more than her. On top of that, he licked her all over her face. Habane-san looked deeply moved.
カフェフラックスに行く。
Cafe flags. Agia read out loud one entry from the list. Where is that?
あれだよ、ウィンディにある。それはもういいの。
Habane-san suddenly turned bright red and drew a line through that entry with a red pen. Agia whispered something in her ear.
誰か一緒に行きたい人いるの？
Oh no, no, no. It must be, yeah, it must be a date place. Ooh. Ooh.
違う、ただの勘違い。
It's a date place, isn't it? It's one of those. Damn, son. Alright, 4 minutes. Or at least let me finish this scene. Akia whispered something to her, but Habane-san desperately tried to dodge the issue. What was that all about?
ちょっと大人な雰囲気のカフェだよ。有名なパティシエがプロデュースした店で、スイーツが美味しいんだって。
Oh, I know that feeling. Holy shit. Fancy place, I guess. So you want to go there?
だから違うって、勘違いなの。学校で誰かが話してるのを聞いて美味しそうだなって思っただけで、そういう場所とは知らなかったの。
That kind of place? And was it just a normal cafe?
カップル客をターゲットにしてて、店にはそういうお客さんがうじゃうじゃ。
There's a promo for couples. You better not bring your sister there.
風ヶ浦の若い腐女子たちにとっては、デートであそこに行くのが一種のステータスになってるってわけ。本当に知らなかったんだからね。
Oh. Habane-san pointed at me. She was strongly denying it, but it wasn't like I had any suspicions about it, really.
葵と言ってくれば？何を言ってるの？
She's self-fucking herself right now.
そんなつもりで書いたんじゃ。
Habane-san had gone red and looked down. Well, I wouldn't really mind. That place is expensive, right?
ケーキが一つ800円くらいから、紅茶もだいたいそれくらいだったかな。
Man, that is New York prices. And you know what you can get for like almost like for like $7 or $8 of a piece of cake? It was above average, so it's not going to be like super fancy or whatever. I eat $7 cakes, man. And I also eat like $30 cakes. So I know the difference. I'm not going to do that tomorrow, though. I better not. It's tempting, but I'll only eat some fucking good ramen and maybe sushi for lunch. I'll think about lunch. Anyway, let's continue. That was a little steep.
本場仕込みのミルフィーユが看板メニューなんだけど、すんごい美味しいらしいよ。そっちは一つ1300円ね。
Oh, that sounds about right. For one cake? He said one cake, so I'm like, bro, here it's like a piece. Well, it is in the same area as the supermarket that sells high-grade marbled meat for 2,980 yen for 100 grams. I was getting a somewhat larger allowance from my mom for helping out as a dorm mother, so next month will be fine.
だから違うって言ってんでしょうが。紅茶とケーキが美味しいお店だって、素敵なお店だって誰かが言ってるの聞いたから。別に男の子とデートしてみたいなんて言ってない。
I mean, you don't have to go there for a date. You could totally just go there hanging out as friends.
言ってない。
It's like she heard my response, man. It must have been a serious matter for her, since she repeated it twice. Overwhelmed by her determination, and just nodded silently.
はいこの話はおしまい
As she one-sidedly dropped the subject, she used the pen to shortly blot out that entry. Okay, I'll just finish this scene and I have to end stream. It's already 12:30.
しゃしゃ
It might have led you to the other side of the page.
葵残念そうな顔してない
Huh? We don't.
甘いもの好きだもんね
Yeah. It doesn't mean I'll get disappointed just by that. Wait, did I really look disappointed? I can't cleared away finished bentos and opened a bag of snacks. We felt like we were on a trip, so we had brought various things. While eating some rich snacks? What the fuck is this? Agha took another look at the notebook after Habane-san was done with blotting. Which reminds me, we were in the middle of talking about what to do next.
ねえこれ何
Oh no, the music stops. Not gonna like this, man. Agha was looking at the number 1 top entry on the list. It was written with much bigger letters than the other entries. I want to cross over the passage of clouds. Yeah, I thought that was quite strange too. What is that?
さあ
You wonder?
だってそれ書いたの私じゃないもの
Habane-san answered while crunching the Pretch snacks she got from Ageha. Now that she mentioned it, the handwriting was different. Eat Haagen-Dazs to my heart's content. By the way, I did end up buying Haagen-Dazs ice cream a while ago. I went for Leuven, some place that was really popular in New York, and I got like fucking like, you know what? Let me get one. I'm actually kind of hungry. I'll be right back. So much for ending your stream, man. So I got one of these. Actually, I don't know what you call it. Is this a popsicle? Or like a fucking... Anyway, it's a thing. Anyway, it's a vanilla jasmine tea. It's a very unusual combination. It sparked my interest. But it's like... The reason I suddenly thought about jasmine tea, I was looking at like my choices of flavors and I was like, jasmine tea. And I suddenly remembered Lily Saddle for a second. And I was like, no, it's been a while since I had like jasmine tea. Although she was more into like the vanilla something, whatever. A bunch more flavorful black tea. She's into black teas. Oh, look. Let's continue reading. Eat Haagen-Dazs to my heart's content while I'm eating Leuven or some shit. And so on. Were written with neat, uniform characters. Compared to the very methodical handwriting, I want to cross over the passage of clouds was written in bold, rampant way.
じゃあ誰が書いたのノートの持ち主よ私が見つけた時にはもう書いてあったの
There are a few entries written in this rampant fashion, and under those were the neatly written ones. It seems that Habane-san added them, continuing from what someone else had written. You found it? What do you mean?
私が取 び予想に来た時部屋で見つけたの。棚の隙間に隠してあったのよ。じゃあこれハバネさんのノートじゃないんだ。ええ、多分前に住んでた子の日記よ。
When she said it's a diary, I hesitated to just go ahead and flip through its pages. Nikki. Sorry. I suddenly remembered Mirai Nikki for a second. Let's not remember that show. No, let's not remember that show. Had Habane-san read it?
じゃあ誰かの日記の続きにハバネさんが書いたってこと？
Although both Ageha and I looked at her questioningly, Habane-san remained quiet. She didn't want to waste the remaining pages? I didn't think this was the reason. That aside, one more thing piqued my interest. I want to cross over the passage of clouds. What was that passage of clouds? When it comes to clouds, I looked up. There was a blue sky, Konosora, some small clouds, and the giant windmill. The windmill blades turning with the wind really resembled glider wings.
じゃあ次はこれ、献血。
Blood donation.
みんなで血を抜きましょう。
Oh, the Hinamizawa experience.
最後のは結構きつかったね。
Wait, they should have done that last, because, you know, getting your blood taken is like fucking kind of makes you a little bit weak. So, if I remember correctly, it's also advised not to drive after getting your blood taken. Or maybe I'm wrong. You know what? I don't know. I never had my blood taken. My eyes are still flickering. The last thing from the to-do list we did was complete Lady in Silver Gun. Something like this. If you're wondering what it is, it's a shooting game. We were in the arcade playing the game until we finished it just now. We took turns playing it and repeatedly used continues. It was so hard that it made getting to the ending all the more impressive.
いやー、なかなかの名作だったね。
No good at shooters. The best at this game was Agea, followed by Hamane-san. Apparently, she played it by chance when she was skipping school before and having fun at the arcade. It seems she was engaged with incredible difficulty. Determined to complete the game someday, she added that entry to the notebook. We had spent no less than 3,000 yen before we finished it. Let's say one play is like 100 yen. That's a lot of plays, man.
これでリストは全部クリア？うん。
But we were at it. We had also finished the entries that Hamane-san hadn't written. The only one left was to cross over the passage of clouds. Since we didn't know what that meant, the list was essentially all clear.
終わってみるとなんかあっけないね。
I'm glad we finished before dinner.
そうだね。遊ぶならまた別の日にすればいいもんね。
Hey, what about their club situation, man? It's been 2 days. I think I was given the impression it was a Wednesday. You know, I don't know what day it is of the week in game. What's the matter?
なんでもない。
I can't bite, by the way, the ice cream because I'm sensitive to heat. Even though I use Sensodyne, I don't like the feeling. It's like I mentally got used to this. Just using my tongue over this. Hamane-san's expression was dark, just like Aga. It seems like that she felt unsatisfied that everything ended up unexpectedly quick.
さてと、お腹空いたし、そろそろ帰りますか。
Hopefully your mom won't find out about this.
大丈夫だって、うちの谷そんなに豆じゃないし。
But Hotaru is quite serious. If she realizes that you hadn't gone to school, she might tell your mom, right?
その時は葵も芋づる式だからね。
What kind of emoto is that? What the fuck, man? Come on. You're going to tell on me?
5年ぶりにお母さんのケツキック食らいなさい。
After saying that jokingly, Agea turned to Habane-san.
今日はありがとう。ハバネさんのおかげですっごい楽しかった。
So good.
じゃあまた明日ね。
Agea said with a smile and turned to leave. With light steps, she walked up the gentle slope. Habane-san started saying something, so Agea stopped walking.
あの
Habane-san looked down, hesitating to speak. She looked like she could cry at any minute. Agea waited for a little, while Habane-san waited a little while for Habane-san to open her mouth. Patiently. However, Habane-san wasn't able to say anything more.
ねえハバネさん、私ね、本当は今日お話があって会いに行ったんだ。お話？一緒にやろうよ、スワーリング部。葵から聞いたよ。グライダーのこと詳しいんでしょ。ガレージに行くのいつも楽しみにしてたんでしょ。一緒にやったら絶対楽しいって。きっと毎日が今日みたいだよ。だからね。
Agea closed her mouth and waited for a reply. I have no doubt that Habane-san was wavering. She was certainly interested in gliders, so I think she actually wanted to join the soaring club. So if only she could express those feelings now.
やらないって言ってるでしょ。
Yeah, she has particular reasons, I guess.
どうして？どうしてもよ。あなたには関係ない。
Habane-san's blunt refusal made Agea's expression cloud up.
どうしてそういう言い方になるかな。余計なこと聞いてくるからでしょ。そんなだからクラスでも浮いちゃうんだって思わない？
This time it was Habane-san who got irritated at Agea's remark.
浮いてて悪かったわね。誰かさんみたいに八方美人じゃないだけよ。八方美人ですって。
Nice. This is our catch white. Holy shit. Hold on. I mean, hold it. Calm down, both of you. Why are you arguing all of a sudden? I couldn't just stand and watch, so I stepped in. After we had such a fun day, let's just cut it. Whoa! Agea pushed me aside as though I was a hindrance. No good. It looks like she's quite pissed off about the ass kisser comment.
こないだのことはみんなが悪いって思うよ。あんな風に言われたらハバネさんが怒るのも当然だもん。けどハバネさんにだって悪いところがあったと思う。どこがよ。ほらその態度。
Agea pointed her finger at Habane-san's face, as if she was pressing irrefutable evidence.
挑戦的っていうかなんていうか、そんなだからみんなに誤解されちゃうんだよ。今日一緒に遊んだみたいにさ、もっと普通に打ち解ければいいじゃんか。親切にどうも別に頼んでないけど。何その言い方。
Oh, you need to step in now before things get uglier in this.
あなたってほんと親切よね。は？知ってるんだから。私にやたらと話しかけてきたの先生に頼まれたからなんだって。
Agea faltering for a moment and held out her tongue. After hearing Habane-san's words, her cheeks suddenly got dyed red.
私はそれとも私のことがかわいそうだから親切にしてくれてたの？そういうのもううんざりなのよ。
Habane-san told her that and turned her wheelchair sideways. Oh, if you remember the stuff we learned from Katawa Shoujo, this is a big no-no.
さよなら。
Hey! With that, she left by herself. Agea.
いいの。ハバネさんの言ったこと全部本当だから。
But that's not the reason why you did this, right? Aren't you also being misunderstood?
ごめん。もう帰るね。
Agea looked like she didn't want to talk about anything now. With trembling shoulders, she went up the gentle hill road. After I saw Agea off, I hurried back to the dormitory. Habane-san! Hey! Habane-san! San! We haven't. I'm pretty sure. I'm just waiting for like the transition thing, but we haven't seen that yet. So much for this is gonna be taking longer. Hato came out as if to protest about the noise. Hey, is your buddy in there? Can you step aside a little? I moved Hato out of the way and peeked into Habane-san's room through the duck door. Damn! Bed is in the way! I can't see anything.
いけないんだ。
Ah, Kanako-san! Hasn't she come back yet?
いや、まだみたいだけど、なんかあったの？
Yeah, kind of. Say, could I ask you to prepare dinner? That was some good ice cream, man.
私が？
Wait, does Kanako even know how to make dinner? You're making an assumption here. I'm counting on you.
嘘。ちょっと、それはやばいって。
Oh no. She could.
言っちゃったよ。どうなっても知らないから。これでみんなおしまい。せいせいしたわ。
Oh no, she's one of those. She's one of those. That's not what it looks like, though. Habane-san wasn't surprised when I called out to her. She looked at me for a moment, but immediately turned back towards the lake. At night, the lake looked like a stretched out, vast, pitch black darkness. On the other side was Windmill Hill. It was illuminated and looked really beautiful. Since she hadn't come back to the dormitory, I guessed that she might be somewhere around here. This is where I found her. What are you doing here? A self-assessment? I said it in a light-hearted manner, light-hearted way, but she didn't answer. Let's go back. It's almost time for dinner. Habane-san shook her head. You can't stay here all the time, can you?
いやいや、帰りたくない。
Why not?
今日は終わらせたくないから。
When she muttered it quietly, her cheeks faintly quivered for a moment. What do you mean?
部屋に帰ったら終わっちゃう。今日が楽しすぎて終わらせたくない。
Tears were mixed in her voice.
こんな風に友達みたいに誰かと過ごしたの久しぶりだったのよ。
Habane-san.
なのに結局喧嘩しちゃった。
Yes, that's true. A quarrel isn't the way to end a fun day. For me, today was unbelievably fun as well. It was like going back to my childhood, doing nothing but playing around from sunrise till sunset. Knowing that Habane-san felt the same way made me a little happy. About Ageha, I didn't see what happened in class, so I can't really say anything, but she's a simple person. I don't think she would have done what the teacher had asked if she didn't want to. Even if she hadn't been asked, she's the type who would just do it anyway. So basically, she's a busybody. Okay. That sometimes causes problems, though, right? I said it jokingly, and Habane-san smiled a little.
知ってる。
And today, she wasn't asked to do that, but she still skipped school with us, didn't she? She had never done that before, and yet, when things turned out like this, she still stuck with us. She's not a bad person. I think that she probably really wanted to be your friend. Even Agea wouldn't go this far just for the sake of being kind. Yeah, she doesn't seem to be the type.
私の足がこんな風になったのは旅行先で事故に遭ったの。それまではあなたやあの子たちと同じように立って歩いたり走ったりしてたわ。
Nice guys, I'm having Katawa Shodo 2.5. I mean 2.0. Yeah, let's continue.
友達もたくさんいて運動部にも入ってた。バレー部だったのよ。
Oh man, that really sucks. She was a sporty type, and then the accident happened, and oh man, I can see why she's miserable. She's so used to moving around and all. Really, I imagine Habane-san kicking the floor and jumping and launching an attack on the opponent's court. Surely, it must have been a magnificent and lovely sight.
それが事故で足を怪我して車椅子なしじゃ生活できなくなった。
Since our character is going to a technical school, and there's certain advancements in robotics that will allow someone to be augmented of sorts. Don't tell me one direction the story could go is like there might be the glider thing, but there's also the part where she somehow cures her disability, or doesn't necessarily cure her disability. It's more like she finds a way to be able to improve her way of living because of technology or some shit. That I could totally see that happening, man. Let's continue.
私が行ってた学校にはエレベーターなんてなかったし、校舎の至るところに段差があって。
A step, even as low as 5 centimeters, is a huge obstacle for a wheelchair.
学校に通うことさえ困難になった。怪我する前のような生活。放課後みんなでハンバーガー食べに行ったり服を買いに行ったり。
She's totally into the burger.
そんな当たり前のことが何一つできなくなった。仲の良かった友達は気がつくとみんな離れていってたわ。一緒に遊べないんだから当然よね。
Hisa, we're having the shit all over again, man. Hisa, we're having the shit. I don't think that's true. We're friends. For real friends. Something like that wouldn't matter. You could still hang out with her, which is true. Saying that might have been just glossing over things, though. At least, this was her own experience.
ある時ホームルームで私がみんなから孤立してるのに気づいた先生がこう言ったの。ハバネさんはかわいそうな子なんです。もっと仲良くしてあげましょう。すごいショックだった。自分がどんな境遇にいるのか思い知らされて、その後一人でこっそり泣いたわ。悔しくて情けなくて、そんな風に気を使われるのが嫌で仕方なかった。
Habane-san's hands, tightly grasping the hem of her skirt, were trembling. It looked like the frustration of that time had come back to haunt her.
だからここへ来たの。完全バリアフリーの学校なら誰にも迷惑をかけず一人でやっていけるって。
Habane-san could go to our school all by herself and could get in and out of the classroom without anyone's help.
けどやっぱりダメだった。学校って場所は一人でやっていけるようにはできてないのよね。
It wasn't just a physical problem. It's a social environment, and you can't get by without being involved with other people.
おまけにタイヤがパンクしたら遭難の危機だし、一人でお風呂にも入れないんですもの。 なんかもう疲れちゃった。
She muttered and gazed at the windmill hill on the other bank. The calm silhouettes of the giant windmills seemed to help her settle down. That sounds tiresome.
でしょ？私結構頑張った方だと思わない？
I do. I agree from the bottom of my heart. I couldn't simply say something like, keep doing your best.
ソアリング部の部員集めうまくいってるの？
Not really. But we should manage somehow. I have a feeling we'll make it in time.
そう、よかった。あの変な先輩ずっと一人で頑張ってたんでしょ？途中で終わらせちゃかわいそうだもんね。
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
私も一度でいいから飛んでみたかったの。あのグライダーで。
Habane-san narrowed her eyes while saying this. She gazed at the sky above the windmill hill. Hey, you don't really want to quit school, do you?
そんなことないわ。お父さんやお母さんも心配してるし、私が学校辞めて家に帰れば喜んでくれる。
Habane-san smiled when she said that, but to me, it looked like a forced smile. I sat next to Habane-san, and just like her, viewed the scenery on the opposite bank. Before I came back to Kazegawara, I was in the bicycle club at the school far from here. She stole a glance at me when I started speaking and listened to me without a word. I may not look like it, but I was a sports scholarship student, you know. I trained frantically every day in order to win races and be exempted from paying tuition fees. The practice was really tough, but riding the bike felt good. So it didn't feel like such a hard work. Bicycle road races are incredibly tiring. In a big competition, you cycle 100 kilometers in one day.
100キロ。それはすごいわね。
Isn't it? To make matters worse, you also have to go over hills on the way. Hill climbing is an absolute hell. While climbing, I always wanted to give up. But after you pass the top, cycling down the slope feels amazing.
へ
I couldn't tell if Habane-san was impressed or envious. It was fun, so I thought I would try starting in races. In one competition, I came third.
ー、すごいじゃない。それって全国大会だったの？
I nodded with pride. Actually, that was one of the few things I could be proud of. Anshin came to watch. I was really happy about that, and I got greedy. In the first race of the second year, I had an accident. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. We're connecting here. Another bike had fallen down, and I got dragged along with it. It was in the middle of the downhill ride of all things. I was competing with several other participants. I was impatient and waiting to take the lead, and got too close to another bike. Then the accident occurred. The other bike suddenly lost its balance. I got tangled up with it. I fell over and hit the asphalt at the speed of dozens of kilometers per hour. Smiling bitterly, I rolled up the right leg on my pads and showed her. With that accident, my career as a racer ended all too soon. And the other guy as well, I guess. The scar from the surgery was still fresh. Habane-san looked at it and was at a loss for words. She could probably call that kind of injury getting away with just a scar. With rehabilitation, I was able to walk again. The doctor said that now, I don't have any problems with normal everyday life, but I can't ride a bike anymore.
それが前の学校を辞めた理由？
I nodded quietly. I was a scholarship student, so it was pretty hard after I withdrew from the club, but I could have stayed there. However, my friends from the bicycle club were there, and when I was seeing them practicing, when I watched them doing their best from afar, I couldn't live normally. My recovered leg from rehabilitation actually made me feel even more depressed. If only I was completely unable to move, I could have just given up. Such a thought had crossed my mind back then. It was difficult and painful. All those pent-up emotions were too much for me. That's why I came back. I ran away back to my hometown. After I finished my story, I felt refreshed for some reason. Now that I think about it, Habane-san was the first person I have told all of this. I didn't even open up to Ageha and the others like this.
逃げたくなることもあるわ。生きるのって楽しいことより辛いことの方が多いんだもの。
What Habane-san said to confront me was very pessimistic. That must have been how she really feels. However, I didn't tell her this because I wanted to be comforted. There were still things I wanted to say. There are some things I realized from running away. There's nowhere else to go. I can't escape any further. It's a dead end. But right now, I don't see any way forward either.
あるわよ。あなたなら他にも。
I thought I would regret it. Running away, I mean. But it wasn't like that. My hometown is the same as always. It kindly welcomed me back.
よかったじゃない。
That makes it even worse. The warmth of my hometown. It makes me forget my pain and impatience. It felt like I was gradually being paralyzed. The pain, the importance of the things I'd lost. I was forgetting them little by little. If I lost that, would I still be myself?
あなたにはあるわ。グ
Yeah.
ライダーが。
I was excited to think I could fly in it. I looked up at the night sky and imagined myself flying through the air. Beside me, Habane-san hung her head. Do you have something like that? Something that lies beyond quitting school and returning to your hometown? Habane-san looked at me, visibly shocked. She was desperately trying to hold back the tears welling up in her eyes that were about to spill over.
そんなこと言わないでよ。そんな残酷なこと。
Whether she has something ahead of her or not, when she realized this, she was more distressed than I expected. I don't think you have anything like that, right? Therefore, without your to-do list, everything is over.
違う。あれはただ楽しかったから。
If you want a bat, I'll help you get in. If you get a flat tire, I'll fix it as many times as necessary. Whenever you'll need help, I'll do anything, so... A tear ran down Habane-san's cheek. Bro, this is like... Man. Anyway. But it was only a single tear. Oh man, I'm looking at more than one tear there. Anyway.
これ以上誰かの足手まといになるのはごめんなの。私の退学届返して。
We went to get the withdrawal notice that I had stuck into the back of the drawer.
そんなところに隠してたんだ。
When I held the piece of paper in my hand, those terrible things I had said to her skimmed through my mind. Do you have something like that? Something that lies beyond quitting school and returning to your hometown? Regarding those words, I gave her the withdrawal notice. You dropped it, so I picked it up.
ありがとう。
However, Habane-san didn't take it right away. For her, taking it meant deciding her whole future. But in the end, she reached out her hand. I quickly pulled my hand away, much to her bewilderment. Actually, no.
はい。
I'm not going to give it back. I held onto it and left the room.
おかえり。
Oh,
晩ご飯できてる
shit,
よ。
I'm kind of scared what kind of dinner Kanako made.
もう大好評でさ、お鍋丸ごと余っちゃった。これどうしよう。
Oh, Kaneko could actually cook. Oh my god. It was very popular. I slipped past Kaneko-san and made some rummaging sounds around the kitchen.
何してんの？
Not long after, Habane-san came into the dining hall.
返して。私の退学届。退学届？
That's too bad. I've already hidden it somewhere.
なんてことするのよ。
I can't accept it. Just give it a chance.
はあ？意味わかんない。
Unreasonable feelings were bubbling up inside my chest. I knew how Habane-san felt. She must have had it tough. Just imagining it makes my chest hurt. But it's only been 10 days since I came here. I felt like I wanted to do something for her, but the time I've been giving was too short. I know. I'm just meddling. I totally get it.
何一人で言ってんの？返しなさいよ。それ私のでしょ。
No, wait. If you want it bad, look for it yourself.
さっきまでのしんみりしたちょっといい話っぽい雰囲気は何だったのよ。
The hell if I know.
やっぱりこいついじめっ子だ。
I whistled awkwardly, playing dumb.
ちょっとかなこさん。はいよ。こいつがどこに隠したか見てたでしょ。さあどうだったかな。知ってても教えないけど。だって小鳥ちゃんいなくなっちゃうの寂しいんだもん。く
Habane-san's face became bright red. Looks like her rage gauge has reached max.
バカアホ人手らしい。そんなのなくったって退学くらいできるんだからね。
Throwing sharp parting remarks, Habane-san hurried out of the dining hall.
ご飯できてるから後でチンして食べなよ。
The door at the end of the hallway closed with a slam.
どこに隠したの？
Sticking out my tongue, I pulled a piece of paper out from under my shirt.
やるじゃん。
Thanks for your help. Alright, I have to end stream here. I said it's already 1 o'clock. I said it was gonna end at 12:30. So much for that, man. It was a long ass scene. Oh no.
失礼しました。
I'm guessing it's already Friday, so we're basically fucked. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'll continue this tomorrow. I'll be going out for lunch and dinner. Although I'm kind of getting lazy for lunch because of the heat, but you know. I'm actually thinking about lunch, whether or not I should go out or not. But for dinner, at the very least, I should do that. But I think I'll do like an early dinner so I could get started with reading this. I think it's starting to pick up. It's starting to pick up for me for this original novel. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys on the next stream. Ciao.